Hey, everybody, how are you? Let's try this again, shall we? Just try it one more time. I'm going to try and be done within the next 15 minutes because I know you guys are trying to catch the news and I don't want to stand in the way of that. Busy schedule to spend a few moments with me here on SML TV. Lots to talk about. Once again, I will condense it and make sure that it's done within the circumference of 15 minutes. A few shout outs to you. Hello to you, whoever you are, wherever you are. Guys, before I begin, I must point out, did you hear? Have you heard this? Have you heard that Mr. GBM, Geoffrey Wadiamwamba, is going to make every Zambian a billionaire? Have you heard this? I've just heard it on the wireless. It's just come through the teleprompter. Apparently, Mr. GBM, as you know, he's running. He wants to be the Patriotic Front's presidential candidate. Him, along with a plethora of his colleagues, have applied, and they have lodged in their names to be considered as presidents of the Patriotic Front. And so, one of his campaign promises is him saying that he's going to make every Zambian a billionaire. Amazing. Well, that's going to be an amazing feat, considering the fact that in America alone, there are 720 billionaires. Now, remember, America has a population of well over 500 million people. So you must understand and appreciate the statistics and the ratio. Here it is. GBM wants to make every Zambian a billionaire, and yet in America, that has a population of over 500 million people, they only have 720 billionaires. Now, that's America alone. Globally, there are 2,700 billionaires. So, GBM said not too long ago, he said, the poverty levels in Zambia were caused by HH because he is the only billionaire and the people are poor. So, according to GBM, Zambians are poor because there's only one billionaire in the country, and that happens to be the president. That's according to GBM. Well, that's a pipe dream. I mean, it doesn't matter how you look at that. It doesn't matter how you try to cut that cookie. It doesn't matter how you try to apportion that type of cake. The truth is, that's a pipe dream. That's one of those empty promises. That's like promising people the sky. That's like saying, you know what? Let's go out and look for some pink elephants. Well, you're not going to find any pink elephants. And so, with all due respect, GBM, Jesus said it this way. He said, the poor you will always have with you. We can only do everything we can to reduce poverty, but we can never eradicate it. Why? Because that's just the fallen nature of man. We live in a fallen, fractured world. And for the papers, but it's not achievable. Don't say things that are not possible. Okay. All righty. Real quick, I just wanted to bring to you here in the news lately, everybody, it's amazing to me. Honestly, really, it's amazing to me that everybody's rallying behind. Well, when I say everybody, I'm talking about the opposition leaders, because I think the rest of the country is sort of leaning towards a different ideology. I think the vast majority of Zambians know that Chilufya Teali is a nuisance. I think the opposition leaders are just taking advantage of this situation by offering Tayali some level of solidarity. But the truth is, and this is the truth, and I want you to take this to the bank, the truth is the opposition are shackled to a political corpse. There you go. I said it. I said it. I said it, mother. The opposition are tied, are shackled to this political corpse in the name of Chilufya Tayali. And here it is, they're prancing around talking about how, oh, we need to offer solidarity, and oh, Chilufya Tayali is a freedom fighter, and oh, the police were wrong for doing what they did, and oh, this, that, and the other, blobbity, blobbity, blob. Guys, get a grip. Get real. Guys, I think, honestly, really, I think that you guys in the opposition are using Chilufya Tayali and the way the police did what they did as a scapegoat. It's a scapegoat. You know what a scapegoat is? A scapegoat, here it is, a scapegoat is a person who is blamed for the wrongdoings of others. The police are a scapegoat. The police are being blamed for something that Tayali first of all did. You know, in technology, there's something called the ITTT. If this, then that. Meaning, if A happens, B ultimately follows suit. If you commit a crime, if you in your foolishness deviate from the law, guess what? The law is coming after you. And I'll say it again. In this case, in the Tayali case, the police are being used as a scapegoat. Not a scapegoat, a scapegoat. The truth is, whether you like it or not, Tayali committed a crime as described by the Cybersecurity Act. I've misspelled that. I've missed out a word there. He equated, amongst many other things, Tayali equated the Gassings with a sitting head of state. Now, guys, let's be clear, because, you know, one of the things that I'm hearing constantly on the internet, and right now the internet is full of noise. I mean, there's so many people jumping on, saying, throwing in their 2 cents worth, you know. The other day I heard this guy who lives in the States, Zambian guy that lives in America. You know, he's talking about how, oh, nobody's told me what Tayali's done. Well, amongst other things, Tayali has committed this crime here. To bring into hatred or contempt or to excite disaffection against the government is by law established. Tayali does that all the time. Now, guys, if you don't like the laws, change the laws. I mean, here it is. You can sit there all you want and you can complain about how, oh, the police shouldn't have done. But if you don't like the laws, change them. In the words of President Lungu, former President Lungu, this is there. This is there. So the whole purpose of my broadcast today, and I'm going to bring it to a close, is to just tell you what to do when the police come to arrest you. There's only one thing you can do. Comply. Don't showboat. Don't mock the police. I mean, there's Tayali, you know, he's got those CCTV cameras. We appreciate the entertainment value that it brought to the Facebook space. I mean, we appreciate that. It was like watching a film. But the truth is, all of that showboating, all of that mocking didn't do Tayali one iota of good. In fact, if anything, it agitated the police. When the police come to pick you up, if you have committed a crime and you are a suspect, the police don't owe you anything. They don't have to show you anything. As long as they're the police and they feel that you've committed a crime, honey, they will pick you up. I've told this story before. I've been picked up 3 times. I've spent the night in that government hotel over there opposite Levy Junction. I've been there, and if the thing about Zambia is that if you live long enough, you will at one point or another visit the great grand government hotel over there at the police cells. Well, each and every time the police came to pick me up, I never resisted. I always complied. I mean, the last officer that came to pick me up, and it's never a convenient time. This is the other thing I find strange about you guys. No, but why couldn't they have just waited? Why couldn't they have just sent him a note and say, "Oh, Mr. So-and-so, can you come?" When the police want you, it's never a convenient time. I remember the officer that came to pick me up from the office one time. Oh, and I had an important meeting that day. He said, "Well, sir, you're not going to do that. You're not going to have that meeting today because you need to come with me." And there was no negotiating. And this is all you can do is comply. When the police come after you, son, comply. When you comply, you've done the right thing. But the moment you begin to resist, oh, honey, you've opened up a can of worms that you will not be able to contain. Ooh, that's a good one there, boy. That's a good one. Well, hey, guys, I got 9 minutes before the news shows up. Somebody says Chavuma is watching. It was that. Yes, Chief, say it. This is there. This is there. I've never forgotten President Lungu saying that. He was reading. Remember that the issue was I think the ministers, the PF ministers, they were still on payroll when they shouldn't have been, and President Lungu was trying to justify why they should still be on the payroll and still have all the perks of being in government. And he interpreted this portion of the law, and he was looking through this document, and he says, "This is there. This is there." I've always remembered that. This is there. All right, guys, I gotta go. God bless. Thanks for watching. Bye. Have a good one. Are we gonna turn it off?